Welcome to episode 2 of Scratch tutorial with themanyt. And today onwards, we're going to make a Pong game in Scratch, not ping pong, but regular Pong. So it's going to be a single game, and this is part 1. So first of all, we can see a lot of things on the screen, a lot, and I will explain each one by one. So here we have the game running screen. So that is, here is whatever you do, the game runs over here. So this, clicking this flag, the game will run, and clicking this, the game will stop. You can maximize here, you can change the layout here. Unfortunately, there is only 2 layouts you can choose from, but that's fine. Then you have the sprite editing center over here. Here you can change the name of your sprite. You can show the sprite or you can hide the sprite. And you can change the X position, that is left and right or horizontal positions, and the Y position, that is up and down, the vertical positions. Then you can change the size. That's too small. Maybe that. Oh, that's too large. 100 is normal. Then you can change the direction. You can either change it like this or the horizontal direction, or you can't change. You can put it to don't change direction. And I'm going to put it to 90. Right. Then you have sprite selection over here, and you can select each of your sprite from here. Then you have a backdrop section, that is the stage, the background. And let's go back to the sprite. Then we have our code menu over here. When we touch the code, we can add out codes. So these are called blocks, and it's exactly just like making a sentence or a phrase. You just add up a lot of words, and here also you add up a lot of blocks. So first of all, if you have like the sentence or an algorithm, you can convert it to a Scratch blocks or Scratch code very easily because it's just English. Then you can go to costume tab to change your costume, even add another costume, and you can edit this. It's like a photo editor. You can also change the name of the costume. This is useful for the looks tab in the blocks menu. Then we have sound for playing the sound. Exactly. And this is like the sound editing thing. So that's the music or sounds menu. That's almost it. And this is Scratch. You can go to Scratch homepage by clicking this, and there is settings like high contrast to original, and there is like language. You can change the language, and then there is file. You can make a new file, save, and things like that. You can also edit on turbo mode. Then you have the name editor. You can edit the name of your project. You can share the project, and you have tutorials. Then you can see the project page like that. This is what the people see when you share the project. Then you have your files. Then you have your account. Okay, now let's just turn off everything. Turn off the top of one. Okay. Now let's make the PONG game. So this is where you put down your code so you can zoom in and zoom out. Okay, so let's delete this sprite actually. And go to choose a sprite and insert a ball. So now we have a ball sprite. Now we need a strider or a slider thing. So let's just search for something like that. Yeah, a paddle. We can use a paddle, for example. Yeah, we have a paddle here, and I'm going to set this on this location. We couldn't move from this. We couldn't move up or down. We only could move horizontally. So I'm going to set it like that. So I need it to spawn right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag and drop this block over here. That is when the green flag clicked, I'm going to go to this location right here. Okay, I'm going to go to that location. Then, then forever, the next couple of things, the movement will happen forever. So I'm going to put a forever, and inside that, if, 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 and from sensing, key, key, right arrow pressed. If key right arrow pressed, I need to move right, and move is in motion, and you can change it to change x by 10, or maybe 5 is enough, or let's see the speed of 5. Yeah, probably 4 will be enough. And I'm going to duplicate that and put it over here, and instead of right arrow I'm going to use left arrow, and instead of positive 4 which goes to the right, I'm going to use negative 4 which goes to the left. So if we play this, we can see right and left arrows to move this, and it is fast. It is fast, and I don't want it to go to the edges like that. So what I'm going to do, forever, if I touch the edge, I need it to bounce. So I'm going to do, there is in the motions thing, there is this block, if on edge, bounce. So if I touch the edge, it will not allow me to go through. So if I touch this, it will not allow me to go through. So that is all set. Now it is time for the ball. So what I want the ball to do is, forever it should move down, right? It should go down. And if it touches this, I need it to go 180 degree there. 180 degree. Change the position 180 degree and move to the next side. Then if then it comes down, and if I touch this again, it goes like that, and it happens forever. So from the events, I'm going to place when green flag clicked, and I'm going to do if on edge, forever, forever, if on edge, bounce, if on edge, bounce, and can then I'm going to, oh sorry, then I'm going to point in direction. Which direction do I need to point in? I need to point in this direction. That is to the up, right? Or maybe like over there in that direction. So it goes like that, right? And it turns like that. Okay. So I'm gonna point in the direction 40. Okay, point in direction 40, not 340, 40, okay, and forever, if on edge I need to bounce, and if touching paddle, I needed to bounce off, so I needed to bounce off, right? So I needed to move 15 steps always, right? So I needed to move 15 steps or 10 steps, anything is enough. So I'm going to do 10 steps. If touching paddle, then I'm going to change my direction, okay, to 180 degree. Okay, then I'm going to change 180 degree, and I'm going to move 10 steps again. Move 10 steps again. So let's try this game. Oh gosh. So what's really happening over here is when it touches the boundary, it is bouncing off and changing the direction to 40, and oh gosh, that's stuck. Yeah, changing the direction to 40 and it is moving 15 steps. So that's what is happening automatically without touching the paddle. And if it is touching the paddle, it is changing the direction to 180 degrees and like this changes the direction. Sorry, I got stuck. It changes the direction 180 degrees. Let me show you 1 second. It's not a professional at this game. Okay, changes the direction to 180 degree and it moves 10 steps again. So that's what's happening. Now I need to change speed of the paddle to probably 8 steps because this is too slow. And the next thing I need to do is the point system. Not probably not 8 steps, but six is enough, I think. Six is enough. Six there and -6 here. Yeah, six is enough. Then the next thing is I'm going to make an imaginary line kind of thing. Okay, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put it right over there. Right, right over there, and I'm going to fill it white, and the boundary also white since the color of the background is just white, right? So now I put it in the correct position, right? And I can even maybe that is good. A little more. Okay, that is enough. And I am going to call in when the game starts, or maybe we don't want this. Okay, so when the game starts forever, if touching which character? Touching the ball. Ball, I'm going to say, or I'm going to just change the backdrop. So this is the current background. So click the stage or backdrop, and you have the first background over here. You can also add the next background. I'm going to say game over. I'm going to fill it with red color, and I'm going to put that all over the screen. Okay, put that all over the screen. I'm going to put it to pixel. The font is pixel now. And when the game starts, I need to go to backdrop 1, and from sprite, if touching ball, I need to switch costume to costume. Sorry, not switch background to backdrop 2, and also I'm going to stop all. Right, I'm going to stop all. So now if it touches that, it says game over, and I'm going to change the size by a little. Okay, that is enough. Now next thing is the score. So for score, I'm going to make a variable score, and I'm going to make it to cloud variable, so it's stored on a server. And cloud variables are not now available for new players or new programmers in Scratch, but once you have settled a little bit, you can use cloud variables. So I'm going to put score to 0 at the beginning. Then I'm going to set or change score as this touches the paddle. So if touching the paddle, I'm going to change score by 1. So like that. Right, that is one score. That is another score. Oh gosh, yeah, 3 scores, and when it touches here, it says game over. So that is a simple PONG game using Scratch. It is available on the tutorials, but in the tutorials, it is not stopping the game or saying game over when you touches this, and it is It is like the code, you use different code for everything. I just compile it into one, and that's all it is for Pong. And maybe I'll do another episode for Pong and like ping pong episode. So like two player, one was using WASD and one using the arrows key. So like a two-player game, and that's a game for next day. And this day, this game is enough, and let's share that game. Ta-da! Let me see that. Let me just play this game a bit more just to show you how it works. Oh gosh, it's stuck. So I got 13 points. Alright, so that's it. I will leave a link to this Pong game at my description. So thank you. Go ahead and subscribe and like to this video.